Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about both of the Ghostrunner games and which one I personally believe you should buy. Let's first of all get into the basics. So, at the time of recording, on the 3rd of December, Ghostrunner 1 is £7.49 and Ghostrunner 2 is £8.74 on the autumn sale. However, the autumn sale ends tomorrow, so this won't be permanent. Ghostrunner 1 and 2 are usually around the £20 mark and stay around that most of the year round. Now that you've seen the price, let's get into the more troubling matters for my fellow PC players.
Oh my PC!
So, before we get started, I am playing on PC, so if you're on console, probably skip this part as your game will be locked at 60 FPS. I am personally running an i7-6700, RTX 2060, 16GB of DDR4 RAM, and 1.5TB of SSD. What I've found in the Ghostrunner games is Ghostrunner 1 certainly performs much better than Ghostrunner 2. I've played through most of the missions and I have not yet broken under 100 FPS, which is my native monitor's refresh rate. Also, yes, for those eagle-eyed of you, I accidentally had ray tracing on in the previous clip, so I did go under 100 FPS, but I don't usually use that setting. However, the same cannot be said for Ghostrunner 2. Despite me not having a bad PC and being well above both the minimum and the recommended requirements, I have struggled with FPS throughout my entire playthrough. Specifically with this mission, as you can see in the top left, we are not doing great for FPS. And this means that your gameplay is going to be a lot less playable. Like, even after being in this mission for hours on end, like I've done it before, I've just sat and let it load to see if it was just assets loading in the background, my FPS did not change. I will say, I had a very good experience playing through both of these games. However, they differ from each other in a few ways. For a start, Ghostrunner 2 added the blocking feature. Now, this is a very controversial feature for anyone who has played Ghostrunner 1. While it is a smooth and well-made mechanic, it means the player now has less to worry about. The blocking mechanic uses up your stamina bar, which is also used for dashing and using your devices. This means that although it makes surviving a lot easier, if I were to block a projectile, I would then have to wait before dashing. This is troublesome, as Ghostrunner is a game which you never want to be stood still, and while you have to wait for your stamina to recharge, you'll have to block other projectiles, using up your stamina once again. In terms of combat, I would say that Ghostrunner 2 has slowed down the flow. This is probably an attempt at making the game more widely desirable and less for only the skilled. In conclusion, I would say that Ghostrunner 1 has better gameplay as it is more fun, intense, and feels fast. Your opinion will obviously vary from mine if you have preferred gameplay style, but that is my personal opinion. So, after all that, which should you buy? Without spoiling either of the games, I can't really give you a review of the story, but I believe you should buy Ghostrunner 1. The better performance combined with the stunning graphics and intense gameplay really takes the cake for me. If you have good reason to believe otherwise, please let me know in the comments. I just think that they've toned down the core aspects of the combat too much for me to prefer the second game. This combined with the endless parkour levels that feel a bit tedious after a while, I think I'm going to recommend the first game. Thank you very much for everyone watching. This video took me longer than should be admitted, and I won't make a penny from it, as you need 500 subscribers to apply for monetization. So, if you've enjoyed, please consider subscribing, as it helps my channel reach a wider audience. Thank you, and goodbye.